सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्म उपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत्। अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते यौपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओमित्येतदक्षरमुद्गीतमुपासीत ओमिति ह्युद्गायते तस्योपव्याख्यानम् तेषां खलु येषां भूतानां त्रीणि एव बीजानि भवन्ति आण्डजं जीवजम् उद्भिज्यमिति। तेषां खलु येषां भूतानां तेषां जीवाविष्टानां खलु येषां पक्ष्यादीनां भूतानां। Of all the bhuta is interpreted by Bhashyakara as living beings. Jivaavishtanam, those who are possessed of jiva, possessed to the soul, possessed of, we can say, subtle body, possessed of life. So jivanam, all those beings that are possessed of life. Pakshyadinam, such as birds, etc. Bhutanam, Ishamiti Pratyaksha Nirdeshat. Isham, the 6 Ks of Idam. So, Pratyaksha Nirdeshat. So, Isham, that pronoun means that they are talking about the beings that are very evident to the senses. The point was, this word Bhutanam, what should the meaning of this word is? Should it mean the 3 elements, Tejaha, Ab, Annam, that was mentioned in the previous passage? Because that's a logical thing. But Bhashyakara says, since these bhutas are mentioned as Esham, this meaning evident, that cannot be those 3 elements, because they have not yet undergone the process of threefold modification, grossification. तेजः प्रभृतीनां तेषां त्रिवृत्करणस्य वक्ष्यमाणत्वात्. Shruti has not yet talked about the threefold modification. असति त्रिवृत्करणे प्रत्यक्ष निर्देश अनुपत्ति. These three elements can be referred to as this only when they have gone through the process of grossification and not before that. देवता शब्द प्रयोगाच्च हन्त इमाः तिस्रो देवताः अनेन जीवेन आत्मना अनुप्रविश्य नाम रूपे व्याकरवाणी इति. So for these three elements, the word devata is used in the subsequent passage. Paroksha priyaya vahi devaha. The devatas are always, they prefer always being referred to indirectly and not as directly. Imaha tisro devataha iti. So they are referred to as devatas. Idam upalakshanam, says the Abhinava Narayananandendra. Tesham andadi karanattvena andadi janyatva anupatte cha iti api drashtavyam. That this refers to andajam, bijivajam, udbijam. Specifically, now these three elements, the fire, water and earth, are even the cause of this andajam, those born of the anda, the eggs, etc. Therefore, they cannot be referred to here. Because what is referred to here is andajam, jivajam, udbijam. Those three elements are not born of eggs. Eggs are born of three elements. And so they are the very cause of the three elements, of the eggs, etc. And therefore they cannot be referred to here by the word bhuta. Says the Tikakara, eteshopi yasya kasyachid bhutatre ajanya bijanyatva shankayam. Again, eteshopi yasya kasyachid, of all the living beings also, if there are some who are bhutatre ajanya bijanyatva shankaya. These three elements give rise to many bija, or the seeds. And if there are more than these three, andajam, jivajam, udbijam, born of anda or born of, so udbid, born of jiva. If there can be more than others, there can be those who are not included in this, suppose. If there are living beings which are not included in this, then what will happen? Then they are not born of Sat, because Sat has given rise to these three elements. The three elements are giving rise to these other causes. So if there are causes which are not born of three elements, then it will not be the product of Sat. All of it will not be the product of Sat. In which case, by knowing the Sat, everything cannot be known. So idea is that everything must be accounted for. So bhutatre ajanya bija. If there are bija, or the causes which are not born of three elements, if there are living beings born of those things, sarva vijnanam na siddheti ashankya bhutatre ajanya andadi jinyatmeva sarvasyati avadharayitum. that this jiva, the anda, the udbhija, all of these are born of the three elements, nothing more, evakara. So, tesham khulete esham bhutanam trini eva bijani. There are only three eva bijani. There are only three causes, three seeds, three causes and no more. So, iti vyachaste natiriktani. So, Bhashyakara on page 233. Tasmat tesham bhutanam pakshipashu sthavaradinam trini eva natiriktani bijani karanani bhavante. Tasmat, therefore, tesham bhutanam. What are these bhutas? Pakshi, pashu, sthavara. Andajam, pakshi, jivajam, pashu, udbijam, sthavara. Of these three kinds of living beings, these are the only three causes. Na trini eva, na atirikta evakara excludes everything else. Three alone and nothing else. Bijani karanani bhavanti. There are only three bija. Bija means seed. Seed means the cause. So these three alone are the cause of all living beings. Anyway, this Tikakar raises different kinds of questions, Nanu, we are on the page 233, line 26. Tejo banna lakshana bhutatrayaseva idanintana pakshadvijatva sambhavati. Why do you imagine these intermediate causes? The eggs and the womb, etc. Why do you imagine individual causes, intermediate causes? Why not that all the living beings are directly born of these three elements? Na tajjanya andadehe andajadehe bijatvam. If three elements directly are the causes of all the living beings, then why do you imagine this in between causes? Dyashanke jayamanasya pakshadi akar darshanat pakshadeva andajadi shabdasya bijatvam. See, the living being that is born like a bird is born of bird. A bird is not born of three elements directly. A bird is born of bird. Pakshadi akara darshanat. Pakshadi, therefore, by the word andajam, etc., are meant only not the three elements, they are meant the birds, etc. So birds are the causes of birds, animals are the causes of animals, trees are the causes of trees, etc. Na sakshat bhutatrayasya. So these three elements result into these three seeds, which in turn result into the living beings. That's the idea. So Bhashyakara continues. Kani tani tyucchante. So what are those three seeds? If that question is there, then the answer is given. Andajam, andajatam, andajam, andajameva, andajam, pakshyade. Andat, jatam, andajam. So that which is born of anda or the egg is called andajam. Andajam eva andajam, because the Shruti says andajam. So swartha pratyaya. In short, andajam means the same as andajam, born of eggs. So Bhashyakara continues. So pakshyadi, the birds, etc. Pakshi sarpadibhyo he पक्षी सर्पादयः जायमाना दृश्यन्ते तेन पक्षी पक्षिणां बीजं सर्पः सर्पाणां तथा अन्यदपि अंडाज्जातं तज्जातीयानां बीजम् इत्यर्थः। पक्षी सर्पादिभ्यो हि पक्षी सर्पादयो जायमाना दृश्यन्ते। We find that the birds are born of birds, the snakes are born of snakes. So both birds and snakes, both of them are born of eggs, therefore they fall in the category of andajam. Tena pakshi pakshinam bijam. Therefore the bird is the cause of the birds. Sarpa sarpanam, a snake is the cause of the snakes. Tatha anyadapi andajjatam tajjatiyanam bijam. Similarly, whatever else is there, these are all well-known cases that birds and snakes are born of. There are many other creatures also. Oh, they lay eggs. And sometimes there's the whole, the whole thing full of eggs. Different kinds of insects are born of eggs. So all of these are also included in that. So each member of the species becomes the cause of the same member of the species. Anyatha pakshadi akarasya akasmikatvam syadi bhavaha. If you imagine that the birds are born of three elements, that all beings are born of three elements, then which will be born? Why should the three elements give rise to only a bird, an animal? Akasmikatvam syat. Because the three elements do not possess birdness, etc., etc., and they give rise to birds, then this birdness has come without any cause at all. Iti bhava. Then says Tika andajasya pakshyadehe andadeva bijamiti yuktam na andajamiti. So, when birds etc. are born of eggs, then eggs are the cause of birds. Why do you say birds are cause of birds? Follow? Andajam bijam. Not andam is bijam. Andam means eggs. Egg is not the bija, the cause of the birds. The birds are the cause of birds. But birds are born of eggs. Why do you say birds are born of birds? And therefore, andadeva bijamiti yuktam na andajam. So it should be properly said that the eggs are the cause of the birds, not birds are the cause of the birds. Iti shankate nanu. Here if you want to go to Anandagiri, Andajam pakshadite tat pratyakshan upadayati pakshi sarpadivya. Anyadapiti godhadi uchyate. So anyat, what is the case of born of eggs? Godha, the alligator. So alligators also are born of eggs apparently, and many other creatures also. Same thing said by Anandagiri, anda jatam vyutpatyanusarana andameva bijam natu andajam. Why do you say that? The birds are born of birds, birds are born of eggs. Why do you say they are born of birds? So nanu, Bhashyakara says, nanu anda jatam andajam uchyate ataha annameva bijam iti yuktam katham andajam bijam uchyate. Nanu andajjatam andajam uchyate. Birds are born of eggs. So they are called Andaja, born of eggs. Ata Andameva Bijam. Therefore you should say that eggs are the cause of the birds. Why do you say Andajam Bijam? Why do you say birds are the cause of birds? Says the Tika, Andadehapi, Bijatva Sambhavepi, Shruti Pramanyadeva, Andajadeva Bijamityah. Says, you are not wrong. Eggs can be said to be the cause of the birds. But since Shruti says birds are the cause of birds, so that's what it stands. That's all. Shruti Pramanyad. और पौरुषे व्युत्पत्ति श्रुत्या बाध्यादि परिहरते. पौरुषे व्युत्पत्ति अंडाजातम अंडजम is your व्युत्पत्ति. This is the derivative meaning. But no, श्रुत्या बाध्या. Shruti can override that. Iti pariharti satyam. Bhashyakara says, satyam evam syad yadhi त्वजिच्छाचंत्रा श्रुति स्यात् स्वतंत्रा तु श्रुति यतः आह अंडजादि एव बीजं न अंडादि इति. Satyam, what you say is right. Evam syat. यदि त्वद इच्छा तंत्र श्रुति स्यात्. If Shruti had to follow your whims, your desires, your expectations, then what you say is right. Swatantra tu Shruti. But Shruti Swatantra does not depend upon the wish or the expectation of people. Yataha andajadi eva bijam nandadi. So Shruti is Swatantra. That way it says, because na khalu paratantra prabhudiyah. And so when Lord Shiva assembles his whole army, what army? His chariot. Rathak shoniyanta shatadrutiraghendro dhanuratho. Lord Shiva made the earth the chariot, made Brahmaji the charioteer, made Meru as the very bow. Rathange Chandrarkau, as sun and moon to become the wheels of the chariot. Ratha Charana Paraneshwara, the Lord Vishnu is made the very arrow. Didakshoste koyam Tripura Trunamaadambara videhi. Hey, this Tripurasura is a Trunam, is just a little blade of grass. For burning that, why do you have to make such a big show? Videye kridantyo na khalu paratantra prabhudiyah. Prabhudiyah na paratantra. The whims or the desires of the great Lord is swatantra, doesn't follow any rule. The governor makes the rules, doesn't have to follow the rules. Governor says that you must stop at the red light, but governor's car does not stop. Because Swatantra. Yukti api asti. There is also a yukti, a reason also that can be supplied to explain what the Shruti says. Drishyate, Bhashyakara says, Drishyate cha andajadi abhave tajjatiya santati abhavaha na andadi abhave. We find here that the birds, etc., so andajadi abhave. When a given bird disappears, like sparrows, there are no more sparrows. So andajadi abhave tajjatiya santati abhavaha. And then all the progeny born of that particular species also disappears. Na andadi abhave. Whether eggs are there or not is not material. But when the bird is not there, that whole species becomes, so it becomes extinct. Endangered species they call it. So many birds have been preyed, and therefore, because the hunters have killed them, and so many birds have disappeared, many animals have disappeared from the earth. So we know that this is Anvaya Vyatireka. Says Anandagiri, Sati eva andajado tajjatiyam andadi santatya jayate tadabhave tadabhavaha. So when the birds are there, the subsequent birds are born. When the birds are not there, there is no birth of the same kind of birds. Iti Anvaya Vyatireka abhyam andajadeva andajati karanam. Therefore, the birds are the cause of the species called birds and not the eggs. The Saraswati says here, Yadyapi andavahave pakshadeva drishyate. Even when the eggs are not there, then also bird cannot be there. Tina vina tadutpati adarsanat. Without the egg, the bird cannot be born. Tathapi anda samsthanasya bhedene nashanantaram pakshadi utpati darshanat. But when is the bird born? The bird breaks open the egg. So anda samsthanasya bhedena. That setup called the egg is actually broken open. Nashanantaram, egg gets destroyed. Pakshadi utpati darshanat, then we find that a bird is born, egg is gone. Na anda samsanasya tadhedutvam. Therefore, you cannot say that the egg is the cause of the bird because the egg is no more. Iti. Anyatha Anvaya Vyatireka, or by Anvaya Vyatireka as we say, you can say that the birds are the cause of birds and not the eggs. So Vashyakara said, Ataha andajadini eva bijani andajadina. Therefore, birds of whatever are the causes of birds and not the eggs. Then the Tika says, Tatra andaja pakshadau sarpadi vilakshana akrute darshanat tatha akridavachena tau sugraho. See, a bird has its own unique appearance. A snake has its own unique appearance. Akruti. Bird has one form, a snake has a different kind of form. Therefore, you can distinguish a bird from the snake because they have different akrutis, different forms. Andaja pakshadau sarpadi vilakshana akrute darshanat. And therefore, in birds, etc., they are different from the snake, etc. Tatha akridavachena tau sugraho. Therefore, because bird possesses its own akruti, snake possesses its own akruti, therefore we can easily distinguish them one from the other. Pakshadi andetu sarpadi anda vilakshana akriti sutama darshanat. But eggs cannot be distinguished so much, And therefore, the bird can be distinguished from the snake, but the egg of the bird cannot be distinguished from the egg of the snake. Natau sugraho. Therefore, you cannot say that this is the bird of egg of the bird and egg of some other creature. Therefore, nandatva karana karanatva. Therefore, the cause is not in the eggs, cause is in the bird, snake, etc. So that's explained now, going further. तथा जीवात् जातं जीवजं जरायुजं इत्येतत् पुरुषपश्वादे जीवजं तथा सो अंडात् जातं अंडजं जीवात् जातं जीवजं जरायुजं born of womb इत्येतत् पुरुषपश्वादे. The human being and the animals, they are the examples of Jivaja, born of the womb of the mother. Again Tikakar says, Vastutastu Andaja Pakshadi Akrute Karya Anusyutatvena Tasya Karanam Yuktam. Another reason is that the cause must be reflected in the effect. The attributes of cause must come in the effect. But if you say that the bird is born of eggs, then the attributes of eggs are not seen in the bird. If the bird is born of bird, then you can see the cause, which is bird, also being reflected in the effect, which is also bird. The form of the bird is reflected in the form of the other bird that is born of it. Tasya karanatvam yuktam nandadehe. And therefore, birds, etc., are the cause of birds and not eggs. Tatha akrate karye anusyuti abhavadityatra tatparim bodhyam. So, jiva jatam jivajam. Says the Tika. जीवन्त्यामेव मातरि जायते जरायुजम अंडजादि तो मातरि नष्टापि अंडादि सत्ता मातरेति वैलक्षण्यात् जीवज मुक्तम. So what's the difference between जीवजम, born of the womb, and born of the eggs? जीवन्त्यामेव मातरि, as far as the birth of a human being or animal is concerned, meaning as far as the birth of all those creatures that are born of womb is concerned, it is necessary that mother should be alive for this child to be born. Andajaditu. In case of eggs, etc., it is possible that the egg is laid and mother is no more there, then also a bird will be born. Iti vailakshanya. Therefore, jivajam, born of the womb, is of a different category. Then further, udbhijam udbhinatte iti udbhita sthavaram tato jatam udbhijam dhanava udbhita tato jayate इति उद्भिज्यम स्थावर बीजम स्थावराणाम बीजम इत्यर्थः. उद्भिन्नति. So udbhinati udbhijam, that which penetrates up, udbhinati, that which penetrates upward is called udbhinati. So, udbhijam. Sthavaram, such as tree, it breaks open the earth and appears. Tato jatam udbhijam. And whatever is born of tree is called udbhijam. Or udbhijam dhanava udbhita. Dhana means a seed. So dhana shabda hai, bija vishaya hai. Dhana means seeds also. This sprout breaks open the earth and comes out. So tato jayate iti udbhijam sthavar bijam sthavaranam bijam ityartha. So we can say that the seed also can be said to be udbhit, and the plants and trees are born of seeds, therefore they are called udbhijya. Udbhinati, bhumim udbhinati. So that it penetrates the earth and comes upwards. Dhana bijam tadankarotpatti kale swam udbhidyamanatvat udbhit. Seed itself is called udbhit because the seed itself breaks open in the form of the sprout. Pakshadvepi narthabheda, both ways also sthavaram. So either you say udbhit means a tree or udbhit means a seed. Pakshadvepi narthabheda, then also there is no difference in the meaning. So sthavaram means sthavar bijam, sthavaranam bijam ityartha. Then some creatures are not accounted for yet. Says Tika Andanu, yukadeha svejadaha drishyante. The lice, etc., they are born of sveda or the perspiration, so they are not accounted for. Tatha mashakadeha bhumyadeha samshokena santapena jayamana drishyante. Mosquitoes, etc., are born of earth. When it gets hot, these things all appear, from the earth. So, samshokena means santapena, from the warmth. So, when the earth becomes hot, all these creatures come out. Tathacha triniyeva iti avadharananupatti. Then how do you say, so these are not included in the three? Not accounted for. So, why do you say that? Three alone are the seeds. Iti ashinga Svedaya, the Bhashyakara says. Svedaja samshokajayoho andajodbhijjayoho eva yatha sambhavam antarbhavaha evam hi avadharanam trini eva bijane iti upapannam bhavate. Svedaja samshokaja. Svedaja, born of perspiration. Samshokaja, born of warmth. Andajodbhijjayo eva yatha sambhavam, they should be included in the andaja and udbhijja. As appropriate, they should be also included in the previous two categories. Not in jivaja, andaja, and udbhijja. Teshu ye andapranadya jayante tesham andaje antarbhavaha. Ye tu sakshadeva jayante tesham svedodbhedena janat udbhijja iti vivekaha. Of other creatures that are not included, all the insects. So those who are born of eggs, they are included in andaja. So andaja, andapranadya, in a manner in which it is born of eggs, in that manner if they are born, should be included in andaja. Yadu sakshadeva jayante. So those which are, they are born right away. Tesham svedodbhedena. So they have penetrated the perspiration and born. Therefore, in udbhijja they should be included. Iti. Svedaja koshayo iti kvachit pataha samshokayoho or koshayoho. Tatra koshajaha krimi visheshaha. Some worms, etc. are born from kosha, from a sheath-like thing, from that they are born. So then they also should be included one way or the other. Anandagiri explains a little more detail. Svedam udbhidya jayamanam dam samashakadi tad udbhidya antarbhavati. So those which penetrate the perspiration, such as damsha, it's a fly, mashaka, mosquito, so they can be included in the Udbhijya. Samshokad Aushna Jayamanam Yukadi Tat Andaje Antarbhavati. Lice, etc. I don't know. They are also supposed to be born of perspiration actually, but then born of warmth. So they are included in Andaja. Yadva Svedajam Yukadi, or lice, etc. are born of perspiration. Tat Andaja Antarbhutam Samshokad Aushnyat Bhumi Udbhidya Jatam Mashakadi, etc. should be included in the Udbhijam, Andajam, etc. That's all right. So this, you have to account for it in one way or the other. Tathachana tayo asti prithak vitpadana apekshayati. Therefore, you don't have to separately explain them. They should be understood as included in these three. So whatever you feel are not included, they should be understood as included in these three, and therefore there are three and no more. Then Bhashyakara says, evam hi avadharanam trini eva bijani upavannam bhavati. If thus everything is included in the three, then only you can say that there are only three causes and no more. The thing is, understand the three elements. There were three causes. Everything, this is all threefold here, everything. So 5 elements are reduced to 3, so these 4 are reduced to 3 also. Evam tavat sajjanyatvat bhutatrayasya. The line 21 says, evam tavat sajjanyatvat bhutatrayasya. So now, from the Sat, the 3 elements, the fire, water and earth are born. Tajjanyatvat andajade. From the 3 elements, the andaja etc. are born. Tajjanyatvat chaturvidasya bhutagramasya. And from them, the 4 beings are born. Iti sarvasya sakshat paramparayava satkaryatvat. Therefore, all the creatures are born either directly or indirectly from Sat. The whole universe is born directly or indirectly from Sat. Sati jnate saram jnanam bhavate iti samahitam. Therefore, when Sat is known, everything is essentially known. Iti. Here, Anandagiri raises an objection here. Jiva avishtanam bhutanam satkaryatvam prakarana pramanya duktam. So, prakarana pramanya, on the basis of the prakaranam, on the basis of the trend of discussion. Jiva avishtanam bhutanam satkaryatvam. That all those creatures which are live, possess life, they are all born of this Sat. It is said here. Idanim jivanam vishishta rupena brahma karyatvepi na swarupena tat karyatvam. Are you trying to say that all the jivas are born of Brahma? So jiva, a soul, is it born of Brahman? Says no, Vishishta Rupena Brahma Karyatvepi. So jiva, or an individual being, such as a bird, such as an animal, such as a human being, such as tree, can be said to be born of Brahma. The Upadhi. So jiva consists of these 2 aspects. One is the consciousness that is enclosed in the Upadhi. This Upadhi is name and form, and that is like a costume. So from the standpoint of Upadhi, you can say that the jiva is born of Brahma. So Upadhi is born of Brahma, but not the consciousness. So who am I? I am the consciousness manifesting through this name and form. So when you say, I am born of Brahman, which part of I? This name and form, the body, sense, organ, mind, that is born of Brahma, not the consciousness. Na swarupena tat karyatvam. As consciousness, Jiva is not born of Brahman. Brahmaiva upadhi pravishtam jiva vyavharaspadam. Upanishad says that Brahma or Paramatma himself has entered this name and form, and that alone is called a Jiva. So therefore the same consciousness in association with this body, mind, sense complex is called Jiva. Same consciousness. So consciousness is not born of Brahman. Iti angikarat tathacha brahmani vijñāte jiva vijñānam sechyate. Therefore, when you know Brahman, consciousness, you know the consciousness here also. Jivanam cha bhogayatanani bhautikani karyani tesham namarupa nirvānam vaktavyam. So consciousness is Brahma. So by knowing Brahman, you know the Atma all right. But how about this body, mind, sense complex? You have to show them how they are born of Brahman. It is all right to say that the bird is born of bird and the tree is born of tree, but we should also show how bird also is born of Brahman. In bird also there are two aspects, consciousness and the name and form. The consciousness is Brahman, so there is no question, but the name and form of the Upadhi, the body sense complex of the bird also is born of Brahman. That's what you have to show. Tesham namarupa nirvānam vaktavyam. So name and form which is in Jiva, that also is Kriya Sat, that has to be shown. Iti Uttara Granthamadaya. So Vashyakara explains how this subsequent text, the purpose is to show how the Upadhi also is born of Brahman. Whereas in line 23, Abhinav Narayanandra Saraswati puts it another way. Tatraidam ashankyave. There now, with reference to this whole context, this doubt arises. Evapi jivasya sat akaryasya nityasya sadvitareke sadjnanena tajnana bhavaha. This jiva, the consciousness, is not the karya or the product of sat. So the question is, the consciousness that I am, is it the same as consciousness that is sat or Brahma? Either the consciousness that the Atma is the same consciousness that Brahman is, or our consciousness that Atma is different from the consciousness that Brahma is. These two possibilities are there. So nityasya sadvitareke. If you say that this consciousness that is Atma is also eternal, but if it is different from the consciousness that is Brahman, then by knowing Brahman, Atma cannot be known because Atma stands separate from Brahman. Avvitareke. If you say that no, this consciousness that is Jiva, same as Brahman, then Vyavahartu samsarina abhavat. Even then Brahman is the self, then there is no samsari. But Brahman is a samsari. Therefore, Vyavahartuhu samsarina abhavat. In that case, this samsari who is karta, bhokta, sukhi dukhi, going from this world to the other world, that won't be there, samsari, because you say that the consciousness that is in Jiva is Brahman. Nam Rupa Vishaya Vyavahara Anapattihi. In that case, you cannot explain samsara. If Jiva is different from Brahman, then you can explain samsara. But by knowing Brahman, Jiva will not be known, so that pratigna will not be fulfilled. If you say that Jiva is the same as Brahman, then pratigna will be fulfilled because Brahman is known, Jiva also is known because same consciousness. But Vyavahara can't be explained because Brahman is always asamsari. So how to explain the Vyavahara in the samsara? Kincha andajadehe sukshmabhutajanyatve tajjanya indriyadivat apratyakshvatvam tadvadeva ishtakadishu pratighatadi anupattisyeti ashankya. Now birds are born of birds, all right, but that first bird is born of the three elements, right? But so far three elements are only subtle, tanmatras. So if these birds are born of subtle elements, then three subtle elements are not perceptible, then birds also will not be perceptible. Therefore there has to be a step in between where the subtle elements get transformed into gross elements. So far that is not described, so this bhumika is being laid out here. That so far we know that the three elements are subtle elements. If birds and everything are born of that, then those three subtle elements are not perceptible, then birds also would not be perceptible. Ishtakadishu pratighatadi anupattischa. Ishtaka means a brick. Pratigata means a stroke. So therefore, you strike against a brick, etc. This kind of vyavahara, which requires tangible entities, will not be possible because everything will become intangible. The three elements are intangible, and if this living being is born of three elements, they also will be intangible. Then this tangible vyavahara can't be explained. The ashankya, therefore, so this is different, putting differently, this ashanka. Sataheva nāru vyakaranaye jiva rupena praveshat. Says, no, don't worry, the Sat or Brahma alone has entered the Upadhi as Jiva. Sarva vijnanam vyavaharasya upapadyate. Since Brahman alone has entered as Jiva, therefore Jiva is non-separate from Brahman. Therefore, by knowing Brahman, Jiva is as well known. At the same time, there is a step in between where the three subtle elements become grossified. From that, the Upadhi is born. Therefore, Upadhi also is born of Sat or Brahman. So, Trivritkrita bhutakaryatvacha atrivritkrita bhutakarya indriyadeva lakshanyat pratyakshatvam pratigadasya upapadyate. The Upadhi is made up, born of the three grossified elements, and therefore the gross or the tangibility is there, and therefore all the vyavahara, such as striking one brick with a hammer, all of this also is quite tenable. Iti bhaktum sayam devata ityadi vakyam. It is for this purpose that the next vakya is there, sayam devata. So let us read the next passage. Sayam devata aikshata hanta aham imastisro devataha anena jivena atmana anupravishya नाम रूपे व्याकरवाणी ते. Sahyam devata aikshata. That devata, which devata? Sat. Aikshata. See what happens is in between these birds came, and so now which is this devata? So that devata is nothing but Sat mentioned in the beginning. So Sayam devata aikshata. That devata. Now what happens is, we said, then teja aikshata. And so it is devata is not teja, it is Sat. So this ikshanam is mentioned with reference to teja, apaha, annam. All of them also did ikshanam. That is teja and apaha did the ikshanam. So they are not referred to here. It is devata and Brahman that is referred to. Aikshata, it deliberated, it saw. Hanta, aham, imaha, tisro devataha. These three devatas are there, the three elements are there. Anena jivena atmana anupravisya. As jiva-atma, I will enter them. Meaning Bhagavan enters here as jiva. No more remains Bhagavan. Then only you can explain the jiva. Remains Bhagavan and still acts as jiva. So jivena atmana does not mean that Brahman undergoes the transformation to become jiva. Brahman, when it enters, because of identification with the body, mind, sense complex, the same Brahman comes to be called jiva. So jivena atmana means that I will accept ignorance. I will identify with this. So entering is identification. So all these body, mind, sense complexes are created. Identifying with them is called entering. So how do I identify? For that, Bhashyakara says, it is like a face entering the mirror. The sun entering the water's reflection. Similarly, consciousness enters this body-mind complex, means it gets reflected. So, it is like the sun entering a bucket of water. The consciousness enters Upadhi as Chidavasa, as Jiva. And so Brahman remains Brahman. Same time, this Jiva is possessed of ignorance, and therefore all the Vyavahara also can be explained. Anena Jivena Atmana Anupravishya Namarupe Vyakarvani Vispashtam Asamantat Karvani, very clearly manifest. Will manifest very clearly. I will enter these three elements as their Atma, as Jivatma, and clearly manifest all the names and forms. So Bhashyakara says, Sa iyam prakruta Sadakhya Tejo bannayonihi Devata Ukta Aikshata Ikshitavati Yatha Purvam Bahusyamiti. Sayam Prakruta Devata, Sadakhya Devata. So Prakruta means the one that is under discussion. So many things are under discussion. But what does it mean? The pronoun Sa refers to as Sadakhya Devata, Devata called Sat or existence or consciousness. Which is that Devata? Tejo Banna Yonihi. Yoni means the cause of Teja, Up, Anna, of the three elements, fire, water and earth. That Devata, that Sat or Satchidananda or consciousness. Ikshidavati, again it saw. Yatha Purvam Bahusyamiti. So earlier the Ikshanam seeing was Bahusyam Prajaya, may I become many, may I be born. In that manner again, the same Devata did the Ikshanam. यथा बहुश्याम यदि पूर्वम ईक्षितवती तथा वक्षमाण प्रकारण ऐक्षत इति. Formerly Ikshanam seeing was Bahusyam. Now Ikshanam is of different nature. But still the Bahu Bhavanam is there. Becoming many is still involved. Or Anandi says, Yatha Bahusyamidi Puram Ikshidvati Takimidi Punar Aikshada Prayojana Bhavat. Formerly the Devata Sat said, I'll become many. That is already done. So what's the purpose now remaining? Why did it continue the Ikshanam or seeing? So Bhashyakara says, Tadevedi. तदेव बहुभवनं प्रयोजनं न अद्यापि निर्वृत्तम् इत्यतः ईक्षां पुनः कृतवती बहुभवनम् एव प्रयोजनं पुररीकृत्य तदेव बहुभवनं प्रयोजनं. That purpose of becoming many na adhyapi nirvrittam, it is still not concluded. So the process of becoming many still is going on, and therefore this subsequent ikshanam also is necessary. Atah iksham punah krutavate, therefore that Devi, Devata also is feminine, so that Devata, that is Sat or consciousness, iksham punah krutavati, again it deliberated, again it saw. For what purpose? Bahubhavanam eva prayojanam urarikritya, keeping in mind the same purpose of becoming many, it saw further. Says line 19, Sukshmebhya Tejobannebhya Sthula Karyotpati Asambhavat Bahubhavan Asiddhi. Still some steps remain for becoming many. One step is that the three subtle elements should become gross, then only this gross or tangible universe can be created. Ikshanam cha Mahavritti Avachinnam Chaitanyamiti Bhavaha. Ikshanam means saw. The seeing is a vritti. Where does it take place? In Maya. So kamayata, he desired. The desiring is a vritti. It's a modification of Maya. Okay, we'll continue tomorrow. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmedi Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaya Murtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.